Hello everyone, Wuxian here as always, and welcome to City Skylines. Now, I am a bit late to the party, I know that. This game was recently released. I didn't buy it in the earliest days of its release, but that's because I wanted to watch some gameplay to figure out if it's gonna be worth it for me or not. And then I bought it through Humble, which, you know, is a nice thing. You kind of get a bit of charity going on then. Which I always prefer to buying it on Steam. I'm gonna do that for all of my games, I think, now. Last city sim I played was SimCity 4, which turned out to be a bit, meh. It was alright, I had a lot of fun playing it, like 40 hours or something like that I put into. Maybe a bit more even. But this game doesn't have that many restrictions as SimCity had. And I guess the worst disadvantage to this is that it's not multiplayer. Which, you know, I'd like to do. I'd like to do multiplayer with this. But, yeah. It's just not there for the moment. This has Steam Workshop integration though, so you can look at your content manager and then kind of go through everything. And these are two assets that I already got from the workshop, which is pretty nice, you know. These mods, they are, I think, more like cheats currently. And this is the city that I already built. It's like 19 minutes of experimentation. But I'm having issues. I'm having a lot of issues with the roads in particular. And I fucked up the last time. I already tried again. Okay? I made about like 30 minutes recording, and I played on 2 rivers on this map. And I discovered that the road connection is pretty shabby on that one, the initial one. The other map I started was river, and I think we're gonna do that again. We're not gonna name it Springfield, Sunrise, what are we gonna call it? Sunrise City? Let's just call it that, I think we can rename it. Let's start that with usual right side traffic. That was a little checkbox in the starting screen. You can put that on if you want to. Alright, so first day we're gonna pause instantly. Okay, so we have 2 connection points already. See, this is a lot better than the other start. You only had 1 there, and you couldn't really make a good decision on that, I think. This guy up top here is this little Twitter mock-up, obviously. It gives you a bit of feedback from your citizens, and a few of tips, I think. So, what you want to do at the start is connect the roads, obviously. But at the very start, you only have the choice of doing this small 2-lane road, which I'm not a fan of. I want to be able to plan ahead, which is not really possible with this. And what I did the last time was just connect this, which is not a good idea, to be honest. I don't even know if I want to connect this, for example, because it might put stress on the road. And I also don't really know how far up to the border I can get. I guess... Did I get a grid here? I don't know why I'm not getting a grid here. Is it too close to the border? Or is it just too straight? Which, you know, might be an issue for this. Let's actually go up here. Now, I want to be able to connect out here if possible. Yeah, see, like this. So that I can use this space, which I did last time. That was pretty good, I'd say. And from here on out we can do this. Issue is though that, yeah, I won't be able to have all the, like, what is it, 4 spaces up here? So I'm gonna demo it. I know I'm losing money, but this is just a bit of experimentation at the start here. I think that's gonna be alright. Should probably be fine. Yeah, and we could theoretically draw the road up onto here and hopefully build... it's a bit wonky, but it'll have to do. It will have to do. And now from here on out I want to be able to create a little grid. Yeah, just do it like that. We could do that, but we don't really get any more space with it. And it would create another intersection, which seems is really bad for traffic. Okay, let's just draw out a little grid here. And I guess what I'm gonna do is do this so that I can draw these lines. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. You guys will have to comment on that. It might put more stress on the roads, it might take some stress off the roads. I'm not really a big city planner. Alright, that's a lot of money gone already. But we could do worse. Far worse. Now, let's look at a few things. Are we? No. Now we're losing money, okay. Now we have the option for the next roads, which I don't really get why that happens now. But you can't connect these, right? You can't really connect these, so what's the point? What really is the point of that? And what I'm gonna have to do is upgrade these, which I can't. Okay. Okay. See, that's an issue. If I do that, that just creates more problems, I think. That's an issue. No. I'm just gonna do this for now. I don't really know any better way to do that. Not right now anyways. And we'll build from here. So last time I made the error of putting down too much stuff. I definitely need water. And I want water somewhere along this edge, because as you can see, indicated by the arrows, where the water flows. Now, the thing is, you have to run pipes, yeah? And you need sewage. And last time on this map I put sewage down here and it worked out fine. But you're gonna have to connect it. And now connecting is a bit iffy, because you don't get a rectangular indicator right here. So what I always did is go from the main road here. Just go up as straight as possible. Which, you know, that might be okay. And then connect from there. And again, you're gonna try to get that straight, but it's never gonna be 100% straight here. I think this is gonna be good. So we're gonna draw out lines from this main one here. And try not to overlap too much. Yeah, this is optimal, I think. Alright, and then we'll have to connect this up. Now, how do I do that? I can go straight from here. And then you go up this way, which is a bit expensive, but I guess that's alright. And then you connect up these two, and then it should be going straight up from there. Yeah, so that's a bit more expensive, I know. But I think it's gonna be good in the long run. Now, this I'll have to draw out onto here. And then, yeah, you connect wonky here, but that's fine, I guess. Now, second big thing is the power. You need power for these, and you need power for your city, obviously. Now, for starters, I'm gonna put this down here. You see the darker areas are more affected by wind, so you get more power out of it. The thing is, though, that you see this blue area? That connects the power. So I can have these here and not have power in my city, which is a bummer, you know? I didn't really talk about this here. I want to have commercial down here, besides the main road. So all of this in the middle here is gonna be commercial. All of this. Yep. And yeah, sure. That can be commercial as well, but I think as time goes on we might upgrade these roads. As far as you can, obviously, in the restrictions here. I know the game is paused. It's paused for a reason. As long as you don't put residential down, you're gonna be a bit too poor. Now, we need the power connected up. That's what I wanted to do. And I don't know if it's any good idea to do this from here. Because anywhere in the way of these power lines, you won't be able to put any zones down. I mean, you can put the zones down, but the residents don't settle there or build their buildings. I think I'm gonna have to do something like this, though. You know, we might go the longer way and not have too many issues with the road, which costs us like an extra 500. But for now, that should be alright, I guess. Let's unpause, actually, and start seeing this unfold. By the way, in the in-game options, there's a few things I want to make clear. This film grain amount, you know, that I can put that up to the max so that you can see that like flickering, which you can luckily completely disable. Then that other thing, that is that blur, which is also kind of weird, and it's great that you can disable that. It's really good. Now you can put down a lot of these options individually, which is awesome, you know. And there we go. Now we can actually start to play. And I don't really know how these roads work because we can't really look down there. And it's a bit of a waste of space right here, but that's gonna be fine. Now, talking about my plans here, I kind of wanted to do this like I did the last time on this map. Which was, since we have sewage here, I decided that that might be a good point to put everything related to pollution. I mean, this only creates noise pollution, right? And obviously pollution of water at some point. But only few noise pollution, so you could put this near your residential and they wouldn't mind too much, I guess. But since I did that, I decided to put industrial along this edge of the map. Which, you know, if the water flows that way, might be a good idea. I don't really know if any of the other industrial pollutes water, but it's definitely a noise pollution. Okay, now, we're losing a lot of money here. And I don't really know a solution to that. I know we don't have the power yet, but should I just run power lines because they haven't built commercial here yet? If they're gonna build commercial, I don't need the power lines. And that's kind of the risk, you know? But it's weird. It's definitely a weird thing. Let's speed up time here. You can do that with the number keys, by the way. You don't always have to click down here. And it doesn't look like... Oh yeah, there you go. There's commercial. See, and now they have power. We can just have a quick look. Now they're connected. And now basically everything should be kinda alright. We need more residents though. And down here you see the need for your individual sectors. The thing is, how much is it gonna cost if I run the road down here? I guess that's actually alright. And now let's just run it as far as we can. Ah, okay, that tells me now that the space is occupied. And disable snapping doesn't disable the snapping along here, weirdly enough. Now there is a relocate button. Yeah. Which might be a good idea to do here. Does that cost anything? Oh, I guess not. Yeah, that told me about renaming stuff. I know about that. Do we want to go... Let me just go out even further here and then have a look at what might be good along this edge, because as you can see, the farther you go, the more you notice that wonkiness. And I don't know if I want to go just along the edge. And obviously I'm not going to buy this whole road. Just so that you can actually see how much that is wonky. And that is one issue that I had, because why can't you match that up with the border here, you know? It looks pretty straight right here, but the farther you go, the quicker you notice that it's actually not straight. I guess we're gonna do it like that. And then we might just relocate this again. I do only need that temporarily. I'm gonna delete it afterwards. Yeah, but I want to get more residential, right? That's my main concern right here. And if you keep the game running, you're just gonna lose a lot of money. And I know building roads like this is very expensive and probably doesn't have enough of an advantage to it that it justifies that. But since I don't really know any better, I'm gonna do that for now. And they want industrial. I get that they want industrial. And I actually did that wrong here. And this might cost me. Because you do it like that and then you get the full zoning. Which is a bit weird. And the wind turbine is in the way again. Let's relocate that, which is, by the way, a very nice button to have. Can we do this now? Yes, we can. Can we go up to the border? Yeah, apparently works with bridges. Now, is this possible? I guess it is. And let's actually assign industrial down here. Like this. And then we definitely want more residential here. And you know, that might actually be the way to getting a lot of money early on in this game as well, just putting down a lot of residential. But I'm not sure about that. And by the way, this game is, I think, more pretty than SimCity, since you can disable that blur. Then you just... I mean, you can even click on single cars. You could even rename those. I think you can, yeah, you can click on every little citizen. Which, you know, that's a very nice touch, and you can follow them around. Let's actually do that right here. And follow Raymond around. And that's his house. The King Residence. Chose a nice one for that. And you know, it's pretty. Now we're making a positive. And we can take a closer look at some of these businesses. And there is apparently already a mod which increases the performance right here of these buildings and detail on that. But there's no real way to see what kind of buildings that modifies. And you could be unlucky. So I'm not gonna risk that for now. What's this? Just another supermarket, I guess. And a few places to eat, obviously. And I think it's nice that they actually use the space pretty well here. And we can just put like trees around here if we want to later. That all gets unlocked through time. This is really bothering me. This is gonna be a huge problem for the future. And I think I'll have to... Sorry about the noise, by the way. I think I'll have to start a new map to kind of get that right, but right now I'm in the early learning phase. Let's just put up time again and have a quick look at how it develops. So one thing I was kind of doing is putting healthcare and all those public services around here. Yeah, which is exactly now the point that we do that. But we don't have the money, obviously, to do it yet. Not yet. Yeah, we get our basic services here. And I think we get money, but I don't know how much. Can we see that? don't think we can. I think it was like 20,000, right? Probably. Which, you know, is just not enough to get these services. Because all of those are 10k, I think. Oh, landfill is only 4k. Then it might actually be fine. Now, we kind of want to connect these up. And for that purpose, I'm gonna assign this residential area. Now, I kind of want that in the end to be pushed back a bit. There you see it there, we have that line missing, which would probably grant us larger buildings, you know, so it's not as good to go as close up to the border as possible. You're never gonna get it 100% right. Not on the first try anyways. And I'm just hoping that people settle down here, so that we can get the connection for electricity, so that I can get rid of this. Or at least put it somewhere else. Could then put it like up here. Let's speed up time. And I know I need more industrial, sorry. And I'm probably going to expand in this direction, but I want electricity to be sorted out before I do that. Since we're gaining money, it's not that important to hurry that much. And that's kind of my approach to this. I don't want to have to hurry. But you know, right now electricity is a bit of a problem. And you can put up the budget for those. So what if we do that? Let's actually have a quick look. Okay, now we're producing enough. But I'm gonna plonk down a coal power plant somewhere around here. Here would probably be good. I might actually just do that. Yeah, let's actually do that. And then we can get rid of this. We're for the moment gonna relocate it. Just to over there, I guess. It's not producing as much electricity, I know that. Okay, and that was very expensive, but I think now we might be able to put down the industrial stuff over there. Let's just create a little grid again. And I always need to create one of these small ones first, so that I can remember how far I actually have to go out with these streets. And we're gonna go here, and as long as you get this grid displayed, I think you're gonna get the zones beside the road. Could we still... I think we could still create a road there. Okay, so let's unpause, plonk down the industrial stuff. I think we might just change this up. And the issue now is that we need water up there and electricity. Let's try to build this straight again. Is it enough if I do this? No, obviously not. Let's do it like that. It's gonna be fine. And then we can at least plonk down a bit. Ah, we need electricity though. You know, this might be enough. It's pretty cheap. Let's do it. And then we're just gonna assign this for now as industrial. And just see how it plays out. As I said, as long as we're in the positive, it doesn't matter as much. Now we... yeah, let's do this. We get a bit more space here to work with. And I just love how these buildings go up. So cool to see that. And yeah, we're kind of on a hill here. But I like that the most. I love when you can build in elevation differences and stuff like that. It's really cool to look at. And I think in this game it's not really a difference of building expansions, you know. I had that issue in SimCity. But I think for now our city is getting started up. And that might just be it for this video. I don't want these to be too long. Alright. And next time I guess we're gonna get into the public services some more. And we're gonna see how our city unfolds. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Remember that I have that poll in my description for your favorite series. You can vote there. I'm gonna take a look at it, and what gets the most votes decides what I'm gonna do next, right? Or even most, because for now this is gonna be daily uploads, right? But that might change depending on feedback. Yeah, if you have any other feedback than that, any constructive criticism, feel free to write me a comment. Oh my god, and we got an achievement. Okay, pretty good time to end it, I guess. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.